So let's do this. Yeah,
Let's
let's do
do it.
this. But first, intro.
Intro.
Wait. Before we start, I want to go ahead and say hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to leave a comment at the end of this podcast. I really appreciate all those who've been here on support lately. But be sure to share this with your friends, your family, anyone that might like this. Get the word around, please. We really could use your help and your support in this channel. Corvo is a great guy. Grumpy is kind of going through hard times right now, so be sure to give him some love and show your support in the channel. And as always, much love, y'all. Back to the show. Bye!
I hope that time it worked. I didn't hear a thing.
He did.
Okay, but say I didn't know if he came through or not, but if it did work, then good. Hope he
No,
decided.
it worked. I left the sound on really, really low just for a minute, just so I could hear him start talking to make sure.
Okay. Well, thank you for all coming this evening. This is the BearThought podcast. We go live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central American Time. For those who are new here, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe. But thank you for all those who are supportive lately and who have been sticking around to the BearThought podcast. As per usual, I am Grumpy Bear. Not the Grumpy Bear, but I'm Grumpy Bear as the human, I guess. Grumpy Bear is otherwhere. And then, of course, we have my co-host, as always, Corvo. How you doing, Corvo?
Hey, everybody!
And as we see, we do not have rollover today. You know, I actually thought rollover would probably try to come over again so he could jump into podcast again.
He will. He will. The reason he didn't show up today is because he forgot today was Wednesday.
I thought he would be here because he's he had a lot of fun. I don't know if it was a blast to him, but I think he had a lot of fun.
Oh, he enjoyed the shit out of it.
Did he share with his coworkers that he was?
Yeah, I mean, he was here after podcast for another 3 or 4 hours, and we were still talking about podcast.
He probably is amazed at how I roll. It's I'm a bit of a lot of things. Oh, baby. So my week has been fairly calm, and I'm actually glad of it. But but I do have a little bit of sad stories. Well, not really sad stories, just my pug. He's been going through a lot of hard times. His age is starting to show now, and I'm worried about him. I've been literally carrying him up and down the stairs. I've been he's getting hard. He's getting very hard for him to hold in his bladder. He's a little bit of rough, but he's starting to feel a little bit better as of the last 2 days. But we had a real scare the other day with him. I mean, bro, we thought he was gonna pass, and we were scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. My baby boy, he's my son. He's my son. I'm sure you probably felt that about some of your dogs too.
Yeah, we had one. Her name was Reggie. She was a 90-pound Rottweiler.
Mm-hmm.
And we got her when Soren was 6 months old.
Yeah.
And she was with us up until he was 6 or 7.
Okay, so that is quite a long time.
But and she dude, that was my baby.
Yeah, Gio is about 12. So
the only problem with her was that she was a year old when we got her.
Yeah.
That put her at about 7 or 8 when she passed.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that dog. She's one of the few dogs that I've had that didn't have to have any training. I could tell her to sit, and she sat without being trained. I could tell her to hold, and she held without being trained.
Okay, here's a question for you. And this is probably a bit of a I can't say a hot topic. I don't like to think it's not a hot topic. Do you think animals should be considered as let's say as the same as a child, a human child?
What do you mean by that? In what aspect?
Because some states already have passed, but some states try to put it where if, let's say, tax season comes around, they can literally claim their dogs as their children, and they'll get some money for them. So to help, take care of them and pay for their medical bills and their food and their maybe training and their, stuff like that. Because a lot of people consider like, you choose to have a dog, right? Just like if you choose to have a kid, you can adopt a dog, but you can't give birth to a dog, but you can adopt a kid. So like some people try to like say that dogs are pretty much like your kids, and I would have to kind of agree. When I first got my boy and my rest of my pets, I didn't want to call them my kids because I didn't want to have that emotional. But after a while, it's like I just couldn't help it. Like
You can't help yourself.
They are my kids. They are my children.
And you care for them just as much as you do a child.
Mm-hmm.
You spend as much time with them as you do a child. You watch after them like you would a child.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say that I don't understand both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
Okay. But
you have a better understanding of it because you actually have kids. I don't actually have kids, so it's a little hard for me.
But I will say, if I was to put an emotional attachment between my children and a pet, even the pets that I've loved the most in my life don't come anything close to what I feel for my kids.
Okay, so the risk of let's say, for hypotheticals here, the risk of saving one in the same situation, you're putting yourself at risk to save the one would not be at the same level as a kid, which understandably, right? So
Right.
like if somebody was trying to kill your kid, you would put yourself at risk. Someone was trying to kill your dog, you might not be willing to put yourself.
Well, no. See, that's the only thing that trumps my pet is my kid.
Okay. So if it's saving one or the other, then that's
yeah. In the situation where they're going to shoot my dog and my kids aren't going to be impacted, I'll try to save my dog.
Mm-hmm.
In the situation where they're going to try to shoot my kids, then I'm going to go after I'm going to save my kids regardless.
Okay, so it's not gonna be one of those things like if somebody's like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill your dog," well, I don't want to lose my life because I have kids. Some people like that's what some people's argument would be like, "Hey, I don't want to put myself at the risk because I actually have kids, and if I lose,
it depends on the risk level. I mean, I love my animals, and if I could save my animal without impacting my children, you damn well better believe I'm going to do it.
That's where some people
if
like,
it comes down to impacting my kids in a negative manner, then I love my kids.
Okay. And then we probably would like even go toward rabies with your kids, right? Like, hey, I love this dog, but it has rabies now. It's either,
I've actually been in that situation. It wasn't necessarily rabies, but there was a pet that we had that was starting to show personality traits that weren't good for the kids.
Oh yeah, I had dogs literally. Like I've adopted a dog before, and I told my wife, we can love on this dog. I didn't very much of an attachment to it, but the dog bites me, it's gone. I'm not gonna have a dog that's aggressive. I'm not. It's just I tried and tried and tried, and it bit me. I'm like, honey, it got to go. She's like, it's protecting me. Why is it protecting you? You're not in danger. Why is it biting me? It shouldn't be aggressive. We can't have someone coming here and visiting us and then think it needs to protect you and bites the visitor. And I'm its owner. I'm its daddy, and it bit me. So I had to give it back to the person that gave it to us in the first place, because it wasn't like from adoption center, so we didn't give it to a pound or anything like that. But it was from someone else that couldn't take the dog anymore, but it said if we couldn't, if we didn't want the dog no more, to give it back to him. So we did. Don't have it to the dog though. But don't bite me. I will love the dog all it wants, but the moment it starts showing aggressiveness toward me, don't bite the hand that feeds you, kind of mentality. My sense of thinking there.
I agree.
But I do miss that dog somewhat. I had a dog when I was younger named Ninja. Boy howdy was that original name. Back when I really, really loved ninjas as kids. That dog saved me and my brothers twice from snakes.
Yeah.
And the day that my dad literally cremated that dog in the backyard in a barrel, in a metal iron barrel. That was like, as a kid, I didn't think nothing of it because my brain was just like, Ninja's gone. It's like, yes, I cremated him. It's like, what happened to him? He died. He got old age. And then I found out like how my dad took care of him. And my brain was like, as a kid, like I didn't know how I didn't fathom it. Like really, when I think about it as an adult now,
Yep.
it's like my dad literally took my dog, put it inside of a barrel, and just lit it on fire.
Yep.
That is brutal.
Yeah. We had a Feist when I was younger. We had her for like 15 years. And she literally got bit by a spreading adder snake one time while I was at the fishing hole fishing
Mm-hmm.
because she seen it poised to pop my ankle
Huh.
and got between me and the snake. I mean, yeah. I mean, that was. We took her. She made it through it, but oh my god, I didn't go to school for a week.
I bet.
I told him I wasn't late. I was like, I'm not leaving my. Nope. Forget that shit. This dog just tried to commit suicide to keep me alive. I ain't going to school till she's up and walking.
Goodness gracious. You know there's actually like there's normal cremation with fire, right?
Yep.
You know there's water cremation?
Nah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, my wife looked it up. Apparently it's not legal in all states for some reason, but for some reason regular cremation is, and regular cremation is actually not very good. It's like it's not very good for multiple reasons. But apparently water cremation is actually like clean, it's pure, it's really easy, but it's not legal in every state for some reason. And we want to get it done for our kids. We want to find a state when he goes, knock on wood, it's not anytime soon. Please God, not anytime soon. But we want to get him cremated. And she looking it up and she found out there was water cremation, and I was like, that's really cool, but I'm really curious on how that works. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, is he going to tell me how it works? Did he look it up?
honey, do you remember how it works?
What?
The water cremation.
Not personally, but I believe,
Talk a little loud, please.
I believe that in China or somewhere, they have now developed a newer, more natural way of body degrading, and it's made from mushrooms.
And apparently there's also mushroom cremation, but she doesn't know how the water cremation works.
Oh.
She's looking up for me, but so we can get to that, back to that. But I also found out something that's interesting. Okay, when you think of your cell phone, right, and you think about your reception, where do you think the internet comes from when it comes to phone receptions? See if you know.
Okay, so what do you're talking about? How does the internet network function?
Like, no. When you, like, you're out and about and you try to get phone reception, right? Like, where do you think your phone reception is coming from?
It used to come from a grid of towers.
Yeah, grid towers or satellites, right?
Yeah, right.
Apparently you're wrong the entire time. My wife found this out. Apparently, a lot of cell phone receptions actually in the ocean. Data. There's data lines in the ocean. Apparently they take this machine and lay it down on ocean ground, and if the internet ever goes out because either got loose and it's floating and got destroyed by other things, or a shark attack it.
Are you talking about the red pipe?
I don't know if it's a red pipe. Apparently it's landline.
No. I mean, it's what they call it.
They call it the red pipe.
It's because it's a trunk. It's like a giant ass trunk of wires.
Yeah.
That's data cables that is basically the backbone of the internet, and they call it a red pipe because it shit's in a red sheath.
Huh. Yeah,
and it comes from the ocean into the continents, depending on where it's entering at. And there's been people paid millions of dollars to move their homes so that nobody's property is sitting over the backbone of the internet. They can't claim anything.
Boy, how to give me $1 million. I've heard people have.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine digging in your basement one day because you decide you want to put in this new porta potty for your basement man cave, and you hit this red pipe, and everybody in the northern continent loses internet. Oh shit, honey! I think we need to move like now.
Get the cable guy. Okay, wipe, get me information for the water thing. Okay, how's it work, honey? Speak up loud. Speak up loud.
It basically converts the body's tissues into cells into a watery solution of molecules.
Wow.
It basically dissolves the bodies, leaving nothing but bones behind, which are then ground up and put in with the ashes.
Okay, apparently it's okay. One more time. I don't know if they're gonna hear you. Be honest with you.
I can't hear her.
Come over here. Come over here.
It converts the body's tissues.
It converts the body's tissues and cells
into a watery solution of
molecules. And then the bones are grounded up,
and that's the ashes.
and that's the ashes, and put in with the molecules.
No.
Wow.
All that's left is bones.
But all is left afterwards is just bones.
That's all you get left with any cremation.
That's pretty much all you get with the ashes.
Right.
It's ground up and put in an urn or whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Gotcha. Okay.
With a regular cremation, your body is set on fire, which produces smoke.
Yeah.
With this, everything is converted on the inside, so everything is breaking down on the inside.
Be honest with you, honey. I know for a fact they cannot hear you. So all the things you're telling me, it's I'm not gonna be able to repeat that. Just be honest with you. I'm not. Just,
Can everybody hear me now?
you don't think
I can now when she gets closer.
God,
you get closer? Yes, they can hear you. You don't need to yell.
fuck. I got things to do.
No, you don't. You're sitting there.
Basically, all is left is your bones. They ground it up. There's your ashes, like any other cremation. But with fire, your ass is set on fire, produces smoke. This is just all inside the chamber.
So they pretty much just
Eco-friendly.
yeah, just pretty much they dissolve your skins, your hair, your organs with water, and then just ground up your bones, which is more healthier than smoke. Which sounds pretty cool to me, but also the mushroom thing is really interesting. But I wouldn't want that done to me. I personally, I don't want mushroom. Like I don't want someone to take my body and go building a mushroom garden in my corpse.
It's mushrooms mixed in with fertilizer that's put on your body, and it breaks it down naturally.
Wouldn't that naturally happen if they bury your ass underneath the ground?
No, because it takes longer when they bury you in the ground, because they have to go through a casket, sometimes a vault to get to you. This, your body is just placed into a wooden casket or bamboo straws with the dirt inside, and it breaks down everything naturally, which has caused more growth and nutrients in the soil.
Pretty much turn your body into fertilizer. That's great. I don't like the idea of that still. I just don't. Of course, I don't like the idea of a casket either. I don't think anybody very much likes the idea of a casket. So, Corvo, go ahead and tell me what. Okay, for everybody here's a bit of a running routine with Corvo. What is going on with your job, and why is everything so hostile still?
I am still alone. They won't come back.
3 weeks now. 3.
This is week number 3, and I'm so lonely.
I thought it's supposed to be 14 days of Corvo?
Yeah, it's 14 days if you get a negative. These bitches are still positive. Positive they want to work from home.
Can I just work from home? Can I just call in my IT guy to fix my stuff? No, you're at home. I can't fix your stuff. Your son look at the naughty stuff on the computer and he gets a virus. That's your fault.
Yeah, I told you keep the midgets off your monitor, damn it.
Oh, goodness gracious. I wouldn't want that. You know, something else I found actually out today. We were out today. My wife's been having a little bit of blood pressure problems. We went to a Walgreens. And you know what we saw beside the Walgreens that was not right?
What's that?
We saw a pair of bra, rolled up underwear, and a t-shirt right next to her Walgreens just sitting there.
Well, I guess when you get the frisky feeling, it doesn't matter where you're at.
Just like they had the time to neatly roll up the underwear shirts just thrown out, bras just thrown out, underwear's rolled up in a nice little sushi roll, and just sitting there right on the sidewalk and just like, you're gonna leave it there? Like, can you not take that home with you? If you're homeless, don't you need that? And my
Of
wife,
course, of course, they're leaving it there.
and my wife was telling me, like, apparently, like, there's some people that go to her hospital, homeless people, like, literally will go there just to take showers because they don't know what, like, they get called in every now and then. And one of them, like, took a shower every shift, and normally there's 2 shifts per day. He took 2 showers every single day he was there. And this is homeless people because apparently they don't know the next time they have a shower, so they get hospitalized, so they get free shower and free food, and then like they even ask for drinks and then leave some of it left, so when they get out of the hospital, that they will have something to drink.
Well, I mean, it might not be right, but you can't hate the game because the players playing the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's just quite smart, but like, oh man, I'm not used to like even when I was younger. I've been to New Orleans a couple times, and I guess I wasn't really going to the right places, or I was oblivious to it, but I didn't see as many as homeless people as I do here. Do you have homeless people problem where you live? I would say a problem.
No, I
here.
mean we have like maybe 1 or 2 that we see every now and then, but that's it.
We have this one woman we do see like pretty much every month or so. She's that one person that's screaming, in the air at nobody all the time. She's that person.
Yeah. No, I mean around here we've got usually one that's over by the Walmart,
Uh-huh.
and then usually one that's just walking around over here in this general neighborhood. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Boy. Do you actually
But
rent?
now-
You own, right? You own a home.
Yeah,
You
I own.
Okay.
I own my house.
So how hard was it to get your own house? Like how would you say, was it easy, or do you say it's still easy, or?
Nah, it wasn't easy at all. Me and Stealthy, growing up, I grew up with parents that paid for everything cash.
Okay. Respectable.
So I had no experience with credit whatsoever, nor did I have any.
Okay.
Stealthy grew up with parents that didn't help her get her credit up.
Of course.
They worried about themselves.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So, when we were looking to buy a house, we had to look at some of the most questionable houses, if you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get that.
Matter of fact, this house that we're in now, me and her dad were looking at the same time. He wanted to buy a place to make a rental property.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to buy a place to move out of the trailer that you could see the grass underneath it through the floor.
Yeah. I get
We
that.
just had a baby, you know. He bid on this house, and I bid on the house he ended up with for the rental property. And the way that happened was this house he was approved for before we were approved for the other one. So they called me and her and her mom and her dad was talking, and her mom's like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't you take the house that we've already won the bid on? We'll fix it up, get you in it, and then you can just pay it. And just pay us what little bit we help you fix it up with.
Okay.
And then when the other house came through, we're like, all right, there's your rental property. You can have that for your rental property. So if I legitimately think if her parents hadn't have helped us when we were doing the bids, we probably wouldn't own the house because we wouldn't have gotten it. We wouldn't have known how to do it in our circumstances to do it.
Yeah.
More so her mom helped. Her dad just kind of didn't really care.
It does seem like, though, I'm just be honest with you, it does seem like a lot of people that do start with their first houses do get a bit of help from a second hand, like like just not by yourself, because you really don't know if you're a first time buyer. You really don't know what the heck you're doing. You know they're gonna take advantage of you. You know, you,
Yep.
you don't really know what you're looking at, but they do because they've been been around the block once or twice, and they know what a good rating is because they've been at that rating at one time, and they were like, man, that rating is terrible or it's really good, and that's my fear
Yeah.
about ever getting a house because we look at ratings and I keep hearing like looking online and it's like now is not the time to buy homes, and then some people's like, well, if you're gonna buy a home, make sure it's you're able to at least you're able to buy like one guy
Well,
has this rule of
yeah.
thumb, buy
I
one, you
mean,
can be able to buy two.
like with this house here, nobody wanted this house. If I told you what we ended up paying for it, you'd probably cuss at me.
Because no one's willing to pay for that.
Nobody wanted it. The house was one at $6,500.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Let's be honest with you. No clue.
No. The whole house, property, everything.
I'm oblivious, dude.
Houses go for like $55,000, $60,000, $130,000.
Okay, so it is a little steep. Just realized when my lights went on.
Okay, I spent $6,500.
So almost
Less-
twice.
No. You're not getting it. Okay, houses are $85,000. I
Okay.
spent $6,500.
Okay, so you spend like 2,000 to 2,000 less.
No, more like $72,000 less.
Oh, 72. Oh shit. Okay.
You're not getting
I need a
82,000.
I need a calculator to be honest with you because my brain is
Yeah,
not doing math.
82,000 is like buying a brand new car or truck or something like that.
Yeah.
6,000 is like buying a used car.
Okay. So
Okay.
how'd you get it for that?
I bought this place because nobody wanted it. We got it for like dirt cheap.
Was it because it was a fix up?
Well, it did have to have a little work done, but
How much money did
even
you put
still-
back into it though?
4,000.
Okay, so you still came out like well under.
This house is appraised at $75,000. I've only got 20 in it total after putting a roof and air conditioner in it.
You broke the bank, and this is not underneath the. Is this underneath the bank or is this underneath your own finances?
No, this is mine. This is all me. I paid it off. It's all mine.
God dang it! That
2
is lucky.
years. I owed $11,000 when we moved in. That's counting what they put into it to help us fix it up
Yeah.
and what it cost for the house. In 2 years, it was paid for.
I wish my truck could be paid for 2 years.
That was 8 years ago.
So ever since then, you've been pocketing the rest of the money you've got. No wonder you have fund me money or play around money, whatever you worded it as.
Fluff money, man.
Fluff money. Knock on wood,
Fluff.
I will be able to pay off my truck by next year and then be able to start actually be able to get myself a home.
Well, Jasmine has worked out with the Jeep. It's a 3-year note.
Yeah.
It'll be paid off by a year and a half.
So she's already done the math per month.
Everything, yeah, it's locked down. Done.
She found a way.
By the end of this month, I won't owe but about $3,000 on it. Period.
You know, it's like for someone that didn't have any help with getting her credit score up, she seems like she does pretty good for financial means.
Jasmine has a mind for numbers.
Mind for numbers? Be
She
accountant.
she can move stuff around. Like, okay, so for instance, the money that we just got in the bank.
Yeah.
Is what I'm gonna say. That was supposed to come later than what it come. It came a little early. So by it coming early, she has already readjusted things financially so that things work out even better than originally planned.
That you originally could have done with it, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And she did all that this morning when she was half asleep.
Before her real job, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have that. I guess maybe she needs to teach my wife some of that trick. So maybe we can work off Jasmine's knowledge.
She just got through giving a friend of ours, the one we went down and gave some meat, some pointers on his financials, and we left him, and ain't even been a week, and he's already doing better.
Ha! Well, good to hear that. Glad to hear that. Um, okay, too strong of a hit.
No, I started to laugh at the same time. Wow.
Someone
Yes,
had
empty.
Subway. Someone had Subway.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
What was that?
It's a Church's chicken, baby.
Churches. Oh man, I haven't had that in a long time. I can't say I like. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I don't like any of the chicken places. I don't like Popeyes. I don't like KFC. And I don't like. I'm just not a big like. I like chicken. I love chicken. I just don't like chicken on bone. I'm a boneless chicken kind of eater, and that's not really like their forte. Like they have it, but I don't really like bone. I don't like eating around it. It's just it's too messy for me, and also too much of a hassle.
Nah. You just don't know the proper techniques.
hey, I can eat a shrimp just fine from a bar. You actually been to a crawfish bowl?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how
I've thrown a couple of them in my backyard.
like you know how like the trick is you can like actually like be able to break it and pull up the meat at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have that down to a freaking science. It's just boop, I can do that just fine. But having a chicken in my hand, I'm like, how do I not get this all over my face and greasy? I get pimples really easy. I don't want pimples.
Yeah. See, your problem is you're one of those types of eaters.
I'm like,
Ew. Don't get it on me.
It's greasy
Oh!
shit.
Oh my God. See, for me,
Yeah,
I don't give a shit because when I'm done, I'm going to go wash my face.
I'm the bad one. I don't wash my face afterwards. Maybe I can take a paper towel. And, like, that's good enough, right?
Like when you called me to get
Yeah.
set up, I just ate mashed potatoes, baked mac and cheese, and 2 pieces of chicken and 2 biscuits.
Okay, so if I would ask you, what is your like, probably not a really good thing to be asking anybody, but we're both heavy set guys. We can ask this question. Not awkward at
I
all.
don't care.
What is your favorite fast food place?
Oh, favorite fast food place.
Like try to pinpoint as best you can. It's hard, isn't it?
It is really hard.
Like you really don't think about that, but like you also like realize like this favorite fast food place is probably like the worst one.
Here's my answer. All of them.
Oh, that's not how it's supposed to work. Damn it. I have to say like my favorite burger place would have to be Dairy Queen. My favorite burger place, Dairy Queen, because they had this spicy burger on there that's really good. I love it.
Oh, no.
But my favorite
My
taco-
favorite my favorite burger place has been replaced. That just happened this past weekend.
is it actual fast food or is it a burger joint?
No, it's not fast food,
It's a
but
burger
it has replaced all. No, it's a restaurant. It's replaced
Okay.
all burgers for me.
All burgers? That's a high order.
All but mine. It's the closest damn thing to coming off my grill other than jumping off my grill.
Okay. Well, then I would say like problem is we don't have very many like we have the like no messy cantina like special Taco Bell like places like Texas does. So
Oh, okay. Hey. Favorite fast food? Crystal.
Crystals? Oh,
I like crispy chicks.
well, crispy chicks were pretty good. I liked them when they were spicy. But problem is, I don't like the muffins they use for it. I really don't. Like other than that, like the regular ones or the meat's like paper thin, so like you better get anything out of it. But the crispy chicken was actually pretty good. But then they have
Yep.
like they had the was it Nashville? They had the Nashville spicy chickens.
Yep.
And I
Yep,
had one
that
of those.
they
I'm
had-
like, it's not spicy. It's not even good. Everybody was hyping them up because it was Nashville spicy chicken. I'm like, all right, let's try this Nashville spicy chicken. Tried it out. I was disappointed. And I'm like, I live like an hour away from Nashville, literally. I can drive there an hour away, maybe 2 hours, depending on which way I go. And I'm like, this is not spicy, this is not hot, and it doesn't taste like crap. My wife,
Okay.
she likes really spicy food. I like tasty spicy. That's my
I'll make you a spicy chicken sandwich one day, Grumpy.
okay. Spicy's my wife's forte. I like flavor. Okay, I'm a
It will have flavor. You'll taste it, and then you won't taste anything ever again.
That's our problem. Like I gotta have flavor with my spicy food. It can't just be like a intensity. Like I know it's supposed to do something to your brain. Like I forget what the science behind it, but like it's the excitement. It's like almost the fear of it too. Kind of like the same feeling you get watching horror movies, but not without the scariness. It's like that burning of fear. It does something to your brain. Spices do.
So
I like flavor.
so I got a question for you.
All right.
So this pertains to the tattoo that's upcoming.
Okay, tattooed. The one, okay,
So-
one stealthy drawing or you're drawing? Or
Oh no! This is just it. Period. Whether it ends up being the one she's doing or the one I've already submitted.
yeah.
So originally we were breaking this thing up into 2 sessions, like we did with the one on my arm. You know, line work and then go back and do the other stuff. But finances has changed slightly.
Well, yeah, you got a little help.
So, my wife told me if you're man enough, you can do it all in one sitting. I don't know, man.
How much details is it? Like, is it scraping details or is it a lot of line work?
You know, it's got a good significant amount of color and shading.
That's a lot of scraping. So that's
Yeah,
gonna be a lot of like overdue too. So not gonna be like line work is just zzz, and maybe like one more time if you didn't get it quite right, you know. But otherwise, it's just zzz, zzz.
Listen, man, we're talking about like sitting for 8 hours straight.
Oh, come on.
If
I know
I do
people
the whole,
that literally have done like
yeah,
15
but
hours.
I don't know nobody that has sat 8 hours straight and went to an OI meetup 2 days after that.
What? Okay, remind me what that meeting is because I don't remember what the heck that
That's
stands for.
that's the Orlando Informer going down there to.
Oh, it's not the Harry Potter thing?
It's not Harry Potter. It's the entire park.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know, man. You want me to lay for 8 hours and then the next day walk all day and all night, and then the next day walk all day and all night again.
It's not like anybody to come up to you going, fresh tattoo, yeah.
No, but
Run by.
it's gonna be on my calf that is flexing forward and back every time I step.
Oh, just gets like wrapped a bit, saran wrap that thing. I've seen it done before.
No, you're not. I don't think you're understanding.
I never
When
had
you
one
get-
before, so I wouldn't know the pain.
when you get one like, this size or start getting larger,
Yeah.
when you start moving and muscles start moving, those first 3 or 4 days,
Yeah.
it's a little tender.
That would just make your skin tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grumpy.
Yeah. Tougher,
I don't
man.
want to. I'm not trying to be a damn knight. Okay, no armor required.
Shivery's dead. Man, I was actually about the day with my wife. I forget what we were talking about. We were talking about buying food, and my wife's like, "Oh, you're gonna buy food for us? You're gonna be nice and buy food for us?" I'm like, "I don't know, honey. I believe in equal rights nowadays, and Shivery's kind of dead, so."
This chick is mine, girl.
No, we got Logan's. Logan's is a I don't know. They're pretty sure you probably had Logan's near you, but it's a steakhouse, and they make these rolls.
Yes, I know what Logan's is. There used to be one in Albany, if I remember correctly.
The rolls from Logan's. I have you can have it. You have your Popeye's chicken rolls. You have your KFC. You can have your homebread. I don't know Logan's. I don't know how they make it, but it's delicious. It's just so good. And it's so fluffy too. It's super fluffy. And I try to make the recipe online several times. I failed every time. Every time. I make more like muffins before I make rolls. And I remember this one place in Gulf Shores we used to go to all the time. We loved it though. they used to do just one. I don't know if you've ever been to Gulf Shores before or not, but there's a restaurant there. They will literally take rolls, and you say, "Hey, want a roll?" They will throw the roll at you. If you didn't catch it, they'll throw you another one. And if you didn't catch it here, they'll throw you another one. Love that place.
I couldn't take my kids there. Nobody get damn rolls. Ethan run across the table, snatching them bitches out of the air like a football player.
I mean,
Mine,
kid.
mine.
Man, as a kid, that place was great. Like there was muffins on the ground, and somebody didn't catch one. They would just laugh it off, and they'll throw you another one. And they had to stop doing it because health reasons. I'm sure that if a health inspector comes in and see rolls over the floor, they're not gonna be like, yeah, this place is really good and really healthy and safe, organized. Like, who's going around going, there's a couple rolls on this ground. That ground looks really clean. Let me just pick me some up to go home with. I'm throwing my little purse. Let's go home, kids.
Yeah.
Like, no one's gonna do that, but they had to stop doing it. I'm like, man, that sucks. I love that. But rolls were good too. Rolls were very good, but also it was fun. Like that kind of thing nowadays is almost not allowed. Fun? Who knows what fun is? But you know who kids?
Fun while you eat? What?
Yeah, but but people knew what fun is. Kids. What are kids into nowadays? Like when I was a kid, I have no clue.
Like mine, my oldest and my youngest have gotten big time into the Switch now. So like,
okay, are they into the Switch because of you or because of their own self-interest?
No, it's their own self-interest. They were interested in the Switch before we ever got one.
Okay.
But they got a game collection, like a Mario Super Pack collection for the Switch. Dude, they have been so far up Mario's butt the past 2 weeks that if the man could pass gas, they would suffocate.
They're giving the character colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy.
Yeah, that. I'm not looking for that.
Yeah.
Wait.
But they're big time into that. They like watching video game streams.
Video game stream.
Like they like to watch your mom's streams. They like to watch. They've watched a couple of your streams. They like to watch especially people that stream like Minecraft.
Yeah.
They'll watch that shit from dawn to dusk.
Well, yeah, Minecraft streamers are like the whole meme online is to be a Minecraft streamer, you have to be 17-year-old and 17-year-old, and you have to be playing Minecraft, and you have to be that's the only thing you play. That's all you play to get famous. That's all it takes.
And then my youngest is hell bent that he will be a ninja one day. So he actively walks around the house with a ninja mask set up, stealthily moving along the side of the wall, walking up over objects, crouching.
Real ninjas wear blue. Make sure he knows that. Real ninjas wear blue. It's actually a fact though. Though blue's not natural, it's more like a purplish gray than actual blue. But anyways, that's pretty cool. Glad the kids still like ninjas. I thought ninjas were funny run out of fad. I love ninjas when I was a kid.
Hell no. My kids they swear they're gonna be ninjas.
Power Rangers, they were cool, but me, I was more in Ninja Turtles or those that one ninja movie where the kids, all three of them have there was the yellow kid with the mask and the green one and the blue one. You remember that movie? And it was the old samurai teacher that had there was that old Chinese guy with the one messed up eye, and he's kind of.
Oh yeah. Three Ninjas.
Yeah, Three Ninjas. I love those.
Yeah.
That one.
The first one was really, really good. And then Surf Ninja was funny as shit.
Do you remember the song?
Ba 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 red.
Ba ba ba. God, that song. Oh man, I was a kid. That was my jam. Boy, howdy, ba 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 red. That was.
Yeah. And hell, what's his name? Leslie Nielsen as the villain.
Yeah, man, ninja movies back then, they were realistically and historically they were horrible. Really, they were terrible when it came to reality and what ninjas did and what they really stand for and whatever. But they were great. They were great for kids. I loved it. Like, just good to see the kids who like ninjas. I thought ninjas were like just, I don't know. Like, I just don't very much hear very much about it anymore.
Speaking of movies, have you watched Monster Hunter yet?
Oh no, I haven't. Have you?
Oh yeah, I
How,
own it on Blu-ray.
okay, Monster Hunter. I played the games.
Okay,
Don't give me
so
too much of spoilers. Just give me like
here, I'm not. But here's the thing: I haven't played the games.
really?
So between me and you know what it's supposed to be. I know what it is. And for someone that hasn't played the games, I'll be perfectly honest. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so you
Now,
probably
whether
enjoy
it's
it more.
by canon or not, I can't tell you.
Yeah, but that gives you probably a little bit more of a freer stance from it. Like it's like someone like that played World of Warcraft, right? And then someone that never played World of Warcraft, but then watched World of Warcraft movie. For those who didn't
Right.
didn't play the game, probably enjoyed the movie for what
Right.
it presented. But those who played the game were like, what is going on here? This is not Warcraft. This is movie magic BS. And
Yeah.
I can understand that. You probably could take more enjoyment. Now me, being that I played about I would say 3 of the games. I didn't play all of them, okay? I didn't play all of them. I played like 2 or 3 of them, which is not really calling me as a veteran, but I enjoyed them. Problem is, not many people actually enjoy them that much because it can get tedious and it can. But I like the building and the monsters and the world a little bit. The world's kind of cheesy, to be honest with you, but it's easy to understand and follow up the story.
Yeah, like well, see, for me, I enjoyed it, but now that I've watched it, I wish I knew more of the canon
Yeah.
because then I would be able to also make the other assessment as to whether how accurate or where they went. But I will tell you, there is some comical spots in there that cracked me the hell up. I laughed my ass off in a couple of spots.
You know, okay, I'm not big into TikTok at all, but okay, I maybe mentioned this anime before. If anybody here, take my word for it, it's not worth watching. I'm only watching it because I want to see how far this anime goes, and how bad it really is. And I watched it all the way up to this past episode that just came out a couple days ago. Redo of a Healer. I don't know if you heard that before.
I've seen it somewhere, but I hadn't watched it.
Okay, there's a clip, and I don't want to spoil it too much for you. Just this past episode. Oh my god, I want to get your reaction on it, and I would love to. Apparently, reaction videos on TikTok for anime things is going pretty great. But I do not know how to make a TikTok video for anime. I don't. I have no clue. Especially how to edit it. But holy Jesus, is this anime not right? It's okay. It's funny in a sense, like it's wrong. I don't know if it's hard to explain. It's wrong, but it's funny that it's wrong.
That's why it's funny, because it's wrong.
Yeah, like it's like this. You shouldn't be getting enjoyment out of this. And yet I'm like, I feel guilty. I'm laughing at this situation out of this person's circumstances. I'm laughing at them. But realistically, if this is happening in real life, this is really fucked up.
Yep.
And I was like, this is one of those animes I don't think anybody should watch. I would never say, first anime you should watch in your lifetime, Redo of a Healer. Nope. No one. I don't care you're a seasonal vet.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows the first anime anybody should watch is Akira.
Hey, man, there's some people out there that probably would.
That was my first anime.
Hey, that's fine, right? Like this, sometimes that's conceivable. It's a little bit out there, but it's up your alley. It's gonna be up your alley. But,
Okay, so check this out. I don't know if you've heard of this one, but it's called Fairy Gone.
No, I don't think I actually have.
Okay, I've been watching this one, and it's pretty damn good. It's I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it unless because you may decide to watch it, but it's pretty good. I'm like it. I just finished the first season, fixing to start the second season.
Let's see. Okay, got it up here. All right, all right. I got to save that so I can check it out. Okay, but there isn't that anime I told you about. I can't pronounce it. The one about the guy dies and gets red. Do you like fantasy movies, or you like more of the sci-fi?
I do sci-fi, fantasy, horror, magic. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Thriller.
okay, there's a specific artist that I love their artwork. Okay, let me just put it like that. I love this person's artwork. They do a bit of a realistic animation or anime. Like they take anime characters and draw it in the most realistic format they can of actual characters. Right? Love this
Yep.
person's artwork. Let me see if I get the name of the person so I don't go and butcher the original artist here. The name is Sake Man-chan. Sake Man-chan. I think it's a female artist. But anyway, she drew this character from the anime I'm watching nowadays about a guy that was he was a part of a wealthy family, but he was been bullied his entire life, became a shut-in, and because he became a shut-in, he didn't want to leave his home or do anything. His family saw him in disgrace. They kicked him out of the home, and when he was kicked out one day, he went out to the street. Girl was about to get run by the car. He went to save her. He died and was resurrected as a baby in another universe or yet another world. Another one of those things. You die, you go to another universe, fantasy, magic, sorceries, whatever. But he still remembers everything about his previous life. Everything. Remembers all of it. And he's growing up in this world trying to adapt and get used to it and see what this world can build. He's having a better life there than he ever was in his previous life. And there's this cat girl on there that is as seen as very attractive. You know, most cat girls in anime are a bit,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
boy's wet dream. Well, this artist did a rendition of this character in a very attractive manner. But a couple of episodes ago, or maybe like 1 or 2 episodes ago, the cat character showed her because the guy can make clay figurines of people in that world through his magic means, and he wants to make an accurate representation of this girl. So he's like, "Hey, I can't finish this piece. Would you mind showing me your butt?" And she goes, "Sure." She turns around and pulls her pants down, doesn't show anything off, just her butt, and it's like a rock. I'm like, it's scarier than you think. Like, you think, oh my God, this girl's hot. And then she pulls out her, and it's like a rock. And it's like, oh, it was funny. I laughed so hard. I didn't see that coming. I didn't. And that stuff to me makes me laugh. Like, it's not really sexual. But I'm like, when I see people go, look at her, look at this artwork. She's so attractive. And I'm like, have you seen the show? Have you seen it? If you'd seen it, you might think otherwise. It was not as good looking as you think it was. I promise you. It was actually kind of scary. It's like one of those, body lifters, right? They turn around and they squeeze in their butts really tight. It's kind of like that. And it was, flat. And he went up to it and, knocked on it. It was like a brick. Literally, they made the sound effect of, knocking on a brick.
Damn.
I'm like, oh, damn. He's like, ha. I'm like, well, guess different strokes for different folks. Whatever gets you off, I guess. The kid was, because you remember, he's a kid, but his mind is of his previous life. He was adult. So his mind is a little...
Yep.
There. It's like, he doesn't have no problem looking at it. I was like, oh, God, I want to see that. Of course, I didn't see that in the manga. I read the manga. It's not in the manga. It's only in anime. So if you want to see that for any reason, I'm trying to remember the name of the anime because it's in Japanese. So just be honest with you. I don't know that even the English version of the anime has an English version title of it yet. So it kind of makes it really hard for me to go, yeah, it's Hero of the Shields or something like that, or Ray Zero. It's like, no, where is it at? I'm gonna find it because it was literally a couple of days ago that a new episode came out. Oh God, given I gotta take the next page. I mentioned this anime before, so those who not maybe heard me then, I'm gonna rename this anime again. Definitely go check it out. It is called Misuku Tensei Isekai Otaro Hokai Desu. Yeah, all that. That was way too much. That's Japanese for you. I don't know what.
It'd have been just easier to stick the link in the chat.
Yeah, probably. But then again, I don't know if I think Funimation sports this one, so it's a Boy Sorcerer. Again, I buy the bring it up from Funimation because I have it from other ways. Support your anime, by the way. If anybody out there that does support your or buy their merch, okay, buy their merch actually the best way of supporting anime. Let's see. Again, I really had no talking points this week, so I'm a little dry this week, so I have like
Yep.
I'm going purely off my mind. I do want to make I do have 2 videos in upcoming, but I do want to do the video I talked to you about last
Yep.
week. I want to do those
Right.
done because I think those will be at least interesting. Maybe we can go maybe go that direction because for those who have not watched the Godzilla versus King Kong second trailer that we did a review for or a reaction of last week, the video's up. Please go watch it. Not very many clicks on that one. Not many likes. Be sure to share this with all your friends, please. Get that video up and get it going. I know we're a little late and behind on that one, but we're thinking about doing some reviews or some reactions to this season of anime. And I'm talking about
And hey guys, y'all can suggest trailers if you want to.
yeah, especially if they're I would say current, but you know, current could be 3 weeks. I wouldn't care, but I do
Yeah.
know there's a lot of anime coming out this season that I am interested in. And did you okay? But they're gonna probably figure out at some point. Did you watch the first season of that anime that I sent you?
Yes.
Okay, so you already know. I'm about to say like I hope I don't like bring this trailer up to him. He'd be like, "What is going on? Who's his character? Why is this character?" I'm like, "Please let me watch the first season. So I don't have to like to be describing what's going on." Since I loved it. I think I love the art style of it more than anything.
Yeah, I mean it was different,
It
but
brought
it
me
was
back.
nice.
It brought me back to the old school like kind of like style. It was a bit grainy and line work was a little bit more anime to me.
Yep.
I know it wasn't like the greatest, to your
Like it was more like you could see a human hand in it.
yeah, like there was
You know what I mean?
there was some bit of I know there is some programs out there because I know Clip Studio has a realistic pen or pencil I guess you would call it stencil or line, right? We can make it look like a pencil, but it doesn't really have that. I don't know. It doesn't always have that characteristic to it. And of course, I know sometimes you can make a video look really grainy to make it look like it's older. I get that.
This is true. Yeah, this is true.
So they can cheese it to make it look like it's older. It's like no, it's actually brand new. I'm
tell you,
go ahead.
I tell you, anime that I felt like was left undone, like they didn't finish it. What the hell was the name of that thing? Now I got to remember what the name of it was. Oh shit! Seraph of the End.
Seraph of the End. I know I've heard that one before.
I feel like they didn't finish it. What they called the end didn't feel like the end. If you know what I mean, you feel like there was supposed to be way more.
There's a lot of animes that really like. Did the artist maybe or the writer of it maybe die? Because I know there's quite a few animes out there that like.
I don't know. I didn't really do a lot of digging into it. It was just one that I watched, and I mean, it was really, really good. And then when it ended, it was like you're kind of like, that's not an end. There's still stuff.
Did it have any
wasn't.
merchandise to it?
I don't know. I'm sure it does.
But say like
It
a
was
lot of anime, believe it or not, ends or dies or either continues or dies through its merch sales. And that's kind of like, bad way of seeing it, but like that's where they make most of their money, and that's where I guess you could say the investors go, yeah, we'll greenlight you for another season because your merchandise is going off the shelf. And I know that's probably one of the reasons why Outlaw Star didn't go to another season because they really didn't have any merchandise for that show at all. Like, really, like the one merchandise I do have from it is like one of 5. Like, not in the world, like, but one of 5 of things they made. Kind of wish they did. I love that. I love that show, but it didn't get. It almost got greenlit for second season, and a lot of animes did. Like the writer for Chin Chan, that went on for a while, but that writer died. There's quite a few other animes that I know some people died. I know the Dragon Maid anime almost didn't have a second season because their studio burnt down during COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, like they almost didn't have a second season. I think someone died in the burning too, and that kind of like almost scared me because I love that show. Like I love Dragon Maid. It's a charming. It's not a guilty pleasure. 'Cause it's not like all about like the the sexualization. It's not about that. It's just actually a really good, warming and funny story and funny characters and interesting plot building. But yeah, their studio burnt down, and apparently they got back up on the feet, which is good. But still, that kind of sucked because I was worried that studio goes down, I would never see another season.
So yeah, I shot you that link on that, just so you'd have it. I hear that you've become heavily invested in a stream that my wife's doing.
Well, yeah, I tried to get to that one. Dang it, I forget the name of it.
Nino Kuni.
Ni no Kuni. Now, Ni no Kuni, for anybody who does not know, this is a Switch game made or helped. Okay, my wife and I was kind of going back and forth between this. We don't really like. What was the game made by Studio Ghibli or with the help of Studio Ghibli?
I am not 100% sure. Jasmine would be the one to answer that question, to be honest. I do know that at the very least, there was a lot of artwork for it done by Studio Ghibli.
Okay, because my wife's like, I love Studio Ghibli, but I don't know if I would trust them in making a game. I'm like, I'm sure they didn't make it because, like, they know how to make a good story. They know how to make good characters.
I think they produced a story and a lot of the artwork, but the coding and the battle systems and stuff, of course, was made by the gaming company.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
the mechanics would be not something they're used to or accustomed to.
I enjoy it, and well, I enjoyed the first one, The Wrath of the White Witch. I enjoy that one. I am not a big fan of the second one. Jasmine, however, is.
Yeah.
I have my opinions on the second one. I feel like they strayed too far from the first characters in the second one to make it feel like part of the same. You know what I mean?
Okay, so there was
The same world. There's some of the same places, but I feel like if that's the case, there should be some of the same characters, and I'm not really seeing that. And they're trying to say that's because of a time warp, a time difference, between the time the first one took place and the second one took place. But I mean, some of these creatures are supposed to live for a very long time,
Well, that'd be kind of like saying like Final Fantasy is all with the same universe. Like, is it? Like, I know there's cacti there, and there's some couple other monsters that are all, in the same universe. But is it really the same universe?
I get that, but I don't know. For that particular game set, I feel like they moved a little too far away from it.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. I mean, I could see this being like a third or a fourth rendition, but to jump from what it was to what it is in just 1 to 2 renditions is a little I just feel like it's a little much. But of course, Stealthy, she argues with me about it because she tells me I'm wrong and she's right.
Well, that's we're not gonna go there. Women are always right. So it's enjoyable, but I don't really know about the first story, so I could detach myself from that since you know more of the storyline. So like I said, like the movie thing, I could detach from that. But if I had more of a premise of the first one, I could maybe be able to relate or maybe to critique it. I would probably be like, hey, there should at least be cameos in some sort, whether it be through a book or through a picture, or if the character really does survive for hundreds of years. Have them just walk by, like there he is moment, and then like there's your connection right there. Even though the character's just like a
how are you enjoying the story so far?
It's cute. It is a little. It's okay. Be honest with you, it's a little hard to keep up with the story sometimes, considering that there's so much gameplay between story and game.
That's someone else's choice.
Well, I know what she's doing. She's trying to catch all the characters and catch all the. She's trying to catch them all. Okay.
It's not just that. I mean, if you think you feel bad, try being me. I'm wanting to mainline the story, and I can't because Grumpy can't watch tonight. Is what I get told.
Yep, I know. Even though it was on there yesterday, it's like, okay, she's probably playing Nino Kuni again. Nope, playing, what the fuck is that game again? It's,
Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Like,
she was going to play Nino Kuni. And she did play for a while, but because you weren't watching, she did no storyline and caught monsters.
well, one
And
day I
then
didn't know she was even on.
Right. I'm talking about right when you pinged in, she had just decided to swap because she was like, okay, I gave him plenty of time.
That was like a few minutes. I swear. I saw like on Twitter, like, oh, she went live like 8 minutes ago. Okay.
Yeah, but she messaged you way before that.
Oh yeah, I did see that afterwards. Like, oh, God given.
Yeah, when she messaged you, she had just started.
Oh. Pfft. Then one day she did message me. He's like, hey, you streaming tonight? I'm like, I don't stream on the days. Like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go off and do me something else. I forgot what I did. I think I actually went to take a nap. I'm old. No, I was just not feeling very good that day. And my mind, I went on Twitter. It was like 4 hours ago. Stealthy went live. I'm like, 4 hours ago. Huh. Well, last time I did this, she was still alive. Get on there. She's gone. I'm like, God given. Well,
Yep.
good thing for VODs, I guess.
But yeah, I'd put it like this. When she's done doing what she's doing and she does hit the storyline,
Yeah.
from there to the end is where all the good shit happens anyway.
Oh, so this one is where all the good stuff starts?
Yeah, I mean, like, she hasn't even gotten to seeing Shadar yet. And everything changes after Shadar. Everything.
I had to say, I don't like the guy with the gun. What's his name?
Oh, you talking about Swain? Nobody likes Swain. I call him Swine.
He's a dull character.
Nobody likes Swine.
I
Later,
know it's
she'll
just
be
me.
able
I'm
to...
like,
No, I hate him too.
is this
I
guy
can't
supposed to be
stand
the
him.
comedy dude? Is this guy supposed to be the slapstick?
Although I do pick at her all the time when Oliver's standing next to Esther. I'm like, Oliver, look to your right. Midriff showing, little waist, big hips. Come on, man. What the hell you doing? Forget the world. Snatch her ass up and run.
Yeah, seriously, just grab a hold on tight and get bull riding. I don't know. It has its moments, but like I said, I was like, God, just get to the story.
I will say
Oh.
this. When you get to the point where the White Witch is more active,
Yeah.
you will enjoy the hell out of it.
Did she? Okay, probably gonna be spoilers, but she probably takes off that mask at some point, right? Enough of this whole villain guy to be villain. She starts actually going, you know what? I'm a witch.
Oh, you have no idea. I can't tell you, dude. I just can't. But I will say you will be surprised.
Well, then again, if she pulls off her mask and goes, well, I'm I'm not what you think I am, then I might be surprised.
Oh, no. I mean, you're going to be surprised just from the standpoint you're not going to... This game is full of things that you don't expect.
Well, I would hope so, considering how big
Not
it is.
not even Shadar is what you think he is.
Only person who you think he is the fairy guy. The fairy
No.
lantern.
Oliver is the only person that's truly who he thinks he is.
Everybody else is a lie. Man, it's great lessons to teach your kids in video games. Everything's a lie. Don't think anybody who they say they are, and don't believe shite.
I do enjoy the game so much, though. I mean, it's great. It's great. It gets really good after it gets past a certain point. Everything starts changing. You're like, wait, I didn't see that coming. Whoa, when the hell did that happen? Why the hell is he here?
I do the same.
Whoa.
Like I had the most frustrating I've had during the entire stream was Stealthy fighting that dang tank, and all she kept doing was trying to like heal and defend, healing, defend, heal and defend. I'm like, Stealthy, attack, Nope, gotta stealth, gotta heal, gotta defend, heal. I'm like, attack, and like, then she was like, she got beaten all the way down to her last character. I'm like, well, you're dead now. She got the fighting too. I'm like, I'm at this point. Just roll over, just play dead. You're not gonna
Nah.
win.
She's not. She has her reasons for doing things the way she does it.
Man, that part was just. That was.
Oh, she just got off, so it must be after 7.
Yep, that irked me. But anyways, let's go and end this up, wrap this up for everybody here. Hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody had fun here. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I really would appreciate if everybody would to share this with as many people as you can. Be sure to tell them, hit that like button, leave a comment. And I hope you had a good time. But as always, you know how it goes. You have a good day, you have a good night, and always have a good life. Much love, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Oh, bye-bye.